What is up, everybody? Welcome back, or welcome to Optimal Self Live. Those of you guys that it's welcome back, thank you so much for taking the time. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. As always, I can't thank you enough. It means the world to me. I look forward to these conversations every single day, and I look forward even more so to hearing what you guys are getting out of it, how you guys are taking it, how you are taking the principles and taking different bits and pieces that we talk about here on a daily basis and applying it to your life. And not only applying to your life, but when you apply it to your life, you're actually applying it to others' lives because they're watching you and you're inspiring them and they're getting on the journey to being the best version of themselves. So thank you so much. And I always say welcome to. And what I mean by welcome to is welcome to Optimal Self Live. Those of you that have never been, and this is your first time, thank you. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for being part, even if it's a short part, even if it's just for these few minutes of the community and listening in and challenging yourself to be your optimal self. That's what matters. And that's what we're here for. And so welcome. These are just little conversations just to plant seeds so that we can harvest the true best version of ourselves. So I love it. I look forward to it. And I'm glad you're here. So welcome back and welcome to. And I want to go over something today that's come up quite a bit over the last few weeks. And people talking and asking questions from me in regards to how do you make a decision? I feel like I'm stuck. I feel like I'm stuck in this crazy conundrum, this crazy matrix, right? Where everything becomes the same. I can't break out. I can't get to that next level. I can't see past what this is. And so when we sit and we talk about those things, and what always ends up happening is a lot of times we go back and it's like overwhelmed, right? Have you ever felt like crazy, just overwhelmed in the sense that you feel like you have so much to do? You just feel like, holy shit, there is so much on my plate that I don't even know where to start. I literally just don't know where to start. Well, guess what? I want you all to know this. That happens to everybody. That happens to me all the time, right? I have my planner sitting in front of me right now. Hope you guys can see it, right? You see all the craziness. How many, I can just tell you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different either coaching meetings or calls to be on or group sessions to be on, 8 different ones today, as well as getting things ready for future endeavors and for other business opportunities. So it happens to all of us. You're not any different. And don't feel like you're different or you're the only one, because you're not alone. You're really not. And so let's talk about it for a second. And here's the truth. Action forces prioritization. So if you have this huge list, if you have these huge things that you must do, all these different things that are going to have to happen, guess what? Action forces prioritization. What does that mean? It means that no matter what, if you're stuck with a decision, if you're stuck with this big, huge to-do list, action, if you move, right, just force yourself to take action. Force yourself. Because you can only act on one thing at a time, which means you're going to have to make something a priority. You're going to have to make something on that list a priority, because lack of it is what's causing you that feeling. Because, oh my goodness. And you know what? You start making this list and then you don't do anything. You don't act. And then the phone rings, or then this happens, or my child needs something, or work calls and they need something. And so now all of a sudden the list gets added to and it gets longer and it gets bigger. But here's what I want you to understand. Action will force prioritization. The moment you act, that means you immediately have to prioritize something, because you can only do one thing at a time. You really, truly can. Even you crazy, wonderful moms that have laundry going and dinner going and homework going and all these different things happening. But if you think about it, the one moment when you're doing that is all you're doing. And so with that being said, you need to take action. Think about it, right? Because even if you pick something and it's the wrong thing, at least you're going to know that was wrong. And think about it. Now think about it for yourself. If you're feeling stuck in your own life, you've got to change something. Something has to change. And that's the whole thing. How this all ties together with you being your optimal self is it's simple. You have to act. You have to do something. You have to change something, or nothing changes. Nothing changes, right? And so I want you guys to understand this, is that indecision is caused by one thing: fear. And you know what the cure for fear is? Action. That's it. Think about it. Think about it. I remember climbing this tree in North Carolina with my team one time, and I'm not a huge fan of heights, and I mean everybody had done it, right? And I was like, I couldn't be the only one not to do it. So I'm climbing, and this had never happened to me before. Right? I've had a little fear of heights most of my life, but nothing crazy. But for some reason, as I've gotten older, it's gotten worse. And I'm climbing up this pole, right, at a tree with these little slits on it, and you're climbing up, and there's just this small. I mean, both of my feet could barely even fit on it, and I was harnessed up, right? I knew that I wasn't going to get hurt. I knew that I wasn't going to die. I knew that they had done everything in their power to make sure everybody was safe. And I had already seen 7 people do it. And here I go. But as I was going up, the fear was crazy. It started to lock me up. Like literally, like I couldn't move. The guy down there was talking me through it. And I got to the edge. And the only thing that cured, I was literally frozen. Where I just had a little bit left in my right leg to get it off where it forced me to jump off. Not really a jump that you would think, but fall off of this thing, right? And let the swing and let the harness do its job. And the moment I did, everything released. The moment I took the action, it all was gone. Gone. Fear, gone. I mean, all of it. My body was back. I could move. I thought something was wrong with me. I literally did. It never happened to me in my life. And I literally felt like, oh my goodness. So I want you guys to understand is that action is going to cure the fear. Just do something. Because even if it's wrong, at least you know it's wrong. Think about this. Imagine right now. Imagine if we dropped you in a forest somewhere and said, hey, $20 million if you find your way back to us, right? We got this briefcase. It's all yours, tax-free, 20 million right in. Here you go. Come pick up your suitcase full of money. And we drop you in this forest, right? And you have no idea which way to go. You have no idea. But if that's on the other end, or put something on the other end that really means something to you even, then maybe it's not money. Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's something like that, right? Well, here's the thing. You've got to move your ass. You got to do something in order, because even if you start to do it, and you go and it's a dead end, at least you know it's the wrong way, and I can backtrack and go another way. And even if that one's wrong, I can backtrack and I can go another way. Ladies and gentlemen, that's life. You've got to take action on your goals. You got to take action on the person who you want to be. You've got to take the action. You got to do something, because even if you go in the wrong direction for a bit, at least you know it was wrong. You could turn around and come back. And guess what? You don't fail. You learn, right? You learn, and you learn from that, because it's not always in the wrong direction. It could be anything little, but then you learn, and that's where the growth is, because now you have a chance. Now you have a chance to get on that right path. Because then when you take that action and you actually grow and you've actually learned, man, the growth just starts to compound. Your life just starts to compound. So again, you must take action. Why? Because action forces prioritization. It forces you to do something. And from there, right? From there, you start to cure the fear and you start to make the changes. And that alone will give you everything you need to start to move to your optimal life, to your optimal self, to you being the best version of you. All right? So your action item today is, what do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Write it out. Your to-do list. If you got a ton of stuff to do, you got business, you got kids, you got all this, write it out. And then prioritize. And if you can't prioritize, pick something on there and do that. Do that. Take action on that. And let's see where it leads you. Because you know what? I tell you this. The indecision is what's causing you everything. The indecision is what's holding you back. And the moment, and most of the time, indecision is caused by one thing, and that's fear. And the cure for fear is action. So guess what? Let's take some action. All right? There you go. That's what I got for you today. As always, please jump over to optimalself.today. Optimalself.today. Get in there. Please put your email in. Please register. I promise you it will be worth it. I promise you you will enjoy it. The principles are there. They're up. They're running, right? We're going to roll them out again on 8/1. So please be there. I look forward to sharing the time with you. I really look forward to the private chats. Those of you guys that are in now, man, yesterday you guys just lit me up. I loved every second of it. So stay with it, right? Stay with it. Let's eliminate. You can't eliminate fear. You can't. We're all going to have it. But you can take action. Take action here as well. Get signed up. And if you can, please hop over wherever you listen to podcasts, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify. Get in there, rate, review, subscribe. It helps us. And we're just trying to help you. We're trying to help everybody. And as always, there's somebody in your life that's probably that is struggling right now. Just share it with them. Send it in a DM. Share it on your page. Let's just get the word out there. Maybe they got some fear right now that they're struggling with that fear. And you giving them this might give them the opportunity to take action and make their life better. All right? Have a great night. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow.